Top 10 ugliest cars that ever existed. The internet is filled with amazing automobile lists and reviews of the newest gorgeous sports cars. However, they occasionally get it wrong. Very wrong in the case of the automobiles on our list. And for once, we'd like to celebrate the awful ones, because we wouldn't have some of the stunning looks we see on current automobiles without them. Keep watching to know more. Number 10. Fiat Multipla, an ancient jokey abbreviation for Fiat, circulates among automobile enthusiasts and the automotive industry in general. It is, "Fix it again, Tony." We do not claim to understand the inner workings of Fiat's design center, but it wouldn't be too far-fetched to speculate that this acronym was inspired by a curse spoken at one of the multiple meetings regarding approving off on Fiat Multipla's design. How often do they have to tell the fictional designer to improve the appearance of this ugly car before putting it into production? We guess not much, since it made our list of the 10 ugliest automobiles ever produced. Number 9. Pontiac Aztek. Sorry, Walter White, but the Pontiac Aztek is a really unattractive automobile, especially in the early generations. One of the car's ugliest characteristics is the hideous gray plastic cladding that wraps around the bottom. The open fuel door is as unappealing as it is problematic, and the unusual rear window with a needless bar across the center makes it impossible to see out the back. The later Azteks, on the other hand, had one redeeming feature: a tent. Yes, the Pontiac Aztek was available with an incorporated tent that extended out of the boot, equipped with an awning. We don't recall seeing that strange feature on Breaking Bad. Number 8. Buffery Geneva, the only automobile on our list that is still in production. The Buffery Geneva is exclusively available to high-end consumers. The Monopoly guy is one of them, to be sure. It appears expensive and stylish from the outside. It would be fantastic if Buffery thought to do the same for the back, which its designers have overlooked, and just slap the front of a 1999 Jaguar S-Type to the rear of their Geneva. Fortunately, we will not have to worry about driving one because they are so expensive. Not me crying inside for saying that. Number 7. Nissan S-Cargo. We initially thought Nissan created the S-Cargo to make the Hopemobile more available to electricians. If you look a bit further, you'll discover that an even stranger narrative inspired this awful automobile. Nissan, for example, sought to build a tiny cargo van and came up with the moniker S-Cargo. Nissan opted to employ this unusual play on words, pronounced like the French term escargot, which means snail in English. In case you were curious, the engine is compatible with the design. The S-Cargo moves at a snail's speed, producing only 75 horsepower. Number 6. Suzuki X90. Yet, we're certain this isn't a big toy vehicle like the kind you'd see outside a store. It is, in reality, a genuine automobile manufactured by a real company. Someone squeezes any other T-top roofed car into one oddly shaped Suzuki. The T-top roof adds to the strangeness, implying that the X90 can be a lot of fun. You might get some, but it would take more than 14 seconds to experience any of the enjoyment as it gradually approaches 60 miles per hour. Number 5. Chrysler PT Cruiser. What makes this strange-looking PT Cruiser stranger is that it was a popular model when it was originally introduced in 2000. However, when the vintage automobile style faded, so did the PT Cruiser, which has clearly not survived the test of time. The car's elongated, nearly V-shaped front end overshadows its very big and boxy body. It's almost as if someone extended the front end of the Prowler in every way before it. The PT Cruiser's front and back bumpers have different colors, which detract from its overall appearance. Number 4. Plymouth Prowler. If you're dressing up as Wacky Race's Dick Dastardly for Halloween and looking for a car to go with it, the Plymouth Prowler is the way to go. The Prowler, created by Chrysler engineers, was not totally appealing to anybody else. The open front wheels, inspired by hot rods from the 1930s, appear to be from an IndyCar race. The Prowler seems out of place on the road with those wheels and a V-shaped front end. We can't talk about this automobile without emphasizing its most distinguishing oddity: the bumpers. Front and rear bumpers protrude from the vehicle's body and appear to be an afterthought by the designers. Number 3. Hyundai Tiburon. Perhaps this model may feel cheated by being on this list, but we can't get beyond the RD2's unusual number of headlights, which make it appear like a spider. Hyundai deserves some credit here. The spider headlights were shortly removed from the later Tiburon models, so they don't look nearly as terrible. Aside from that, it doesn't appear to be all that bad. A sleek body and low roofline complement the standard athletic appearance. Users of the Tiburon RD2 also praise its dependability, with some still going strong after 240,000 kilometers. Number 2. Nissan Cube. Surprisingly, this is not the strangest-looking Nissan on our list. The Nissan Cube was manufactured for over 20 years before being phased out in 2019. Not a bad vehicle that resembles a cube with 4 wheels and an engine. It's perhaps not unexpected that a car that looks so goofy drives so smoothly. What else could it possibly be used for? That accounts for its 3 generations and 2-decade lifespan. The Nissan Cube was a dependable little runabout with a spacious and airy cabin. The oddness of the Cube's facade permeates the interior of the vehicle. Number 1. Chevrolet SSR. If anybody was wondering about the potential for a 2-seat convertible pickup truck in 2003, they didn't have to wait long. The Chevrolet SSR was only in production for 4 years, and it's easy to see why. Huge fenders that protrude beyond the rest of the vehicle are only one of the SSR's unusual characteristics. It's too bad, because the retro-style vehicle drove far better than it appeared. A plush cabin sat atop a 300-horsepower V8 engine, which gave the pickup plenty of zipping. Regardless of its use, the curving front of the SSR, which looks like someone welded the front of a Volkswagen Beetle on a truck, is difficult to get used to. So, which one do you consider the ugliest of all? Comment below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.